Recovery is more than just drugs or alcohol. Recovery is all the parts of a person's life. So that could be housing issues, that could be spirituality, that could be employment. And so ROSC wants to recognize that. ROSC stands for Recovery-Oriented System of Care. What that really means is it's kind of a coordinated effort, a system of care that's made up of organizations across the recovery continuum, but also people with lived experience, and really meet the people where they're at and what their needs are. So as we were creating a system of care, we knew that collaborations and partnerships were going to be the most important thing, because we really are building a county-wide system here. And if we did look at that continuum that I mentioned, we needed to bring people to the table who weren't just specifically working in treatment centers or sober living. We needed to bring people from health departments and first responders, and you name it, we needed them here.
The DuPage County Health Department and Serenity House had a long-standing relationship over the years, and when we saw the opioid crisis escalate in DuPage County, I think the partners and the leaders at both our organizations came together and worked strongly on getting Narcan into the community, working directly with people that were impacted by overdoses in our county. And then I think ROSC was a natural partner because they filled a big gap for us.
When I think about my personal experience and my brother's experience with drug treatment, the transition out of it is incredibly difficult. Having a support system in the way that the ROSC does, having recovery coaches, having things for people to do that are sober activities with other people who are sober, all these sorts of things create a community that make people feel like, oh, maybe I can live a sober life outside of treatment. We work in conjunction with Live for Lolly, and they are another harm reduction organization, and we park a truck in DuPage County, currently in Downers Grove. At that truck we have Narcan, fentanyl test strips, safe using supplies.
We're one of the 11 schools that got a grant from the state of Illinois to teach people in recovery skills to work in the recovery field. Try to encourage my student to give them a worldview, from 10,000 miles up, so to speak. But you also need to plug into a community, a recovery community, and the DuPage ROSC provides it for my students.
We offer multiple levels of care within our programs at CDH, but there's many other things that people need that just is not in our system we offer. But DuPage ROSC can connect us to other step-down agencies where they can go to, places that are closer to their home.
We're too often finding that we were looking for quick referrals for people that needed it. We were getting stonewalled, and we didn't know, does one treatment center here have a bed, or with this insurance, can this person get in here? It was very frustrating for a lot of us working in this field. And so we started a group text with about 12 of us.
The WhatsApp referral group, we've had it running since February 1st. I could say, hey, I have a 55-year-old male with Aetna insurance in need of detox and residential treatment. And anybody of those 60 plus members can respond and say, hey, yes, we have openings here at Rosecrans or at Gateway, so they don't fall into the gaps of treatment. It's so important to get somebody who wants help as soon as possible before they decide that they no longer want it and go back out to using.
DuPage ROSC holds a number of virtual and in-person opportunities for meetings, bringing together partners, and a lot of those partners are shared with our community collaborations and coalitions.
So most of the actual partnerships and relationships and collaborations that we made through DuPage ROSC was by listening to other groups at our meetings talk about what their needs were. What programs have they started? What collaboration types are they looking for? We're here to support and to help and to really look at ourselves as a hub for everybody to come to for any types of services for substance use or mental health or anything on that continuum.
If I want to become the best basketball player, I'm going to go to somebody who knows basketball. If I want to become the best that I can as a person, especially in recovery, I want to go to somebody who's been through it. DuPage County ROSC as a whole, with people with lived experience and people with family members, they get it, right? They know what we've been through. They know what we're going through in the moment. And I think that's crucial in somebody's life, especially coming out of the darkness of addiction into the light of recovery.
The huge value of DuPage ROSC is that you can immediately plug somebody into something as a bridge to the next step, to say, hang on, help is on the way. DuPage ROSC is on it.
I still think we have a long ways to go, right? There's many people who aren't very educated, nor do they want to be.
What can we do to advocate at like a governmental level about changing and improving the programs for substance use challenged people in DuPage? And I think as we've found our voice over the first couple of years, that's an avenue I'd like for us to move into now that people kind of recognize the name and the work that we've done so far.